Okay. Know your lighting. Light can usually be divided into two distinct categories, hard light and soft light. Both types have a dramatically different effect on a portrait, but can be easily created using softboxes, reflectors, and direct sources of light. Experiment with manipulating and combining light types. This is fun because until I started getting into photography, I really had not realized, like, I understood that photography requires things like flash and, lighting and stuff. I had to understand the full scope of what you can do by adding, subtracting, changing the lighting. It's insane. It's fun to play with.
Yeah, it's really cool to be able to control the light. And that's another area of um, reluctance for new photographers.
It can
And
be overwhelming. There's a
it
lot.
can be very, very overwhelming. There's a whole lot when it comes to the different types of lighting, the different ways that you can use the lighting. So it can be very intimidating.
Intimidating,
It can be
yeah.
very intimidating when looking at there. I think there's more to flash and lighting and things like that than there are to different types of lenses. I mean, or maybe just about the same. There's so many different ways that you can apply light and use light in your images to achieve a different type of goal. And that's also one of the areas where, us more seasoned photographers always joke about the natural light photographer. Um, we always
Hey,
joke
there's
that
something to
the
be said about natural light, though.
no, and especially on a day like this today, where it's cloudy and it's overcast, this is the perfect day to get out and take pictures because, as you can see us in the video, we have no harsh shadows on our face or anything like that. We just have nice, smooth. We have a gigantic softbox
There you
right
go.
over top of us there, and so I like to consider myself what I would say as an available light photographer. All right. I'll photograph with any light that's available to
There you
me.
go.
So
Right.
a lot of the times a natural light photographer is often conceived as somebody that is afraid of learning how to use light or have tried and failed and have just given up on it.
Well, the internet can make it overwhelming too because there's so many photographers that do have videos and YouTube video, things like that. And a lot of people like us, we like to learn things from the internet. The problem is that every video you watch, they give different advice. So really, this is one of those things that you have to figure it out for yourself. You can watch other videos, figure out how other people are doing it, but watch a lot of different people's videos to learn their techniques and figure out which one works best for you, which one you like the best with the equipment that you have.
Well, it's just like driving from here to the beach,
Yeah.
right?
There's a lot of ways to get there.
There's a lot of different ways to get there, and it doesn't mean that one way is better than the other. And depending on the time of the day or the certain circumstance, one way may be better than the other. So there's a lot of different ways that you can achieve the same goal. So it's not to say that if you're watching a photographer do something a certain way, that is the way to do it. It's just their way to do it. It's the way that they have found that works best for them. And what works best for them may not work for you at all. So it's always best to try different things and see from different people how they do things. Like when you went and worked with Tammy the other day,
Yeah.
seeing how she did headshots, things like that. It might have been totally different from the way that I would set things up and do them.
Yeah, I like to learn from different people. So here's an idea or a thought, and tell me what you think of this. For someone who's just starting out and they have money for like a camera body and a lens, they don't have money to spend on flash, because that can add up quick. What's your suggestion? Maybe playing with light just by taking the shades off of lamps, or what do you think? What's your thought
A lot of
on
different things can
ways
be
to play with
used.
light
Yeah, so you could use things
on,
like
on the cheap?
yeah, you can use things like sheets.
Oh
You
yeah.
can
Uh-huh.
use different colored sheets and things like that. So you can use black sheets to subtract light,
Uh-huh.
as long as they're thick enough. You can use white sheets to reflect or soften light. You can also use different types of reflectors as well. So one
You
of
can go
the
to Home Depot and get one of those foam things that has the silver on them
yeah,
as a reflector.
yeah,
It's
there's
really
there's
good.
actually a company right now called I believe they're called V Flats, And it all started literally from photographers taking a foam core board that's like 8 feet tall and building these giant V-shaped light modifiers to be able to shape their light. And a company built an entire business around making these things more professionally for
Genius.
photographers.
I love it.
But one of the best things that you can do starting out, if you don't have money for a flash, but you want to learn how to start shaping light and working with light, go on Amazon and find yourself a 5-in-1 reflector, because you have a shoot through, you have a white side, a black side, a silver, and a gold, right? And that will start getting you to understand how you can manipulate light and shape light on your subject to achieve a certain result.
And it's funny that it's crazy the difference between, a silver and a gold reflector, just the different ones create a whole different thing. No matter what angle you're holding them at, it creates a whole different style or whatever.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Get out there and take some pictures.